Welcome back, my friends and fellow gamers. I'm Wrath, and we're back for another episode of our Surviving Alone series here in Space Engineers. So, we've gone ahead and we have completed our vehicle. It is time to pack this bad boy up. Batteries are fully charged, so we're going to go in here and we're going to make some quick adjustments here so that we're ready. So first things first, we're going to make a batteries group. Okay, we're going to make a hydrogen containers, hydrogen tanks. Okay, so front wheels. Let's do wheels front. Wheels mid. Wheels rear. And then wheels all. Alright, so all wheels we're going to give a strength of, let's do 20, because this needs to have a bit more than normal. We're going to give maximum offset, but we're going to reduce the speed limit on this to, let's say 60 kilometers per hour. I don't need it to move that quickly, because that will keep it pretty well stable. And we can adjust things from there. Alright, that gets us pretty well set up and ready to go. So now we're going to go ahead and tear down the existing parts here that we need to take off. So we're going to take that apart. Going to take this one apart. Go ahead and get up here and toss these parts into the basic assembler here. Alright, and let's start taking these guys down too. Ouch. That was foolish. Okay, put these into the basic assembler. Okay, let's get the other one here. Alright. I'm not going to bother with taking down the towers, because they're marginally, they're of not really that big of a value to me. So we're going to, why did those, it's got this weird habit where it's dumping parts into other containers without really considering why it's doing it. Which is really weird to me. Either way, we're just gonna toss these in because that's all that matters right now. I went through and I actually... Why are you not functioning correctly? I'll have to figure that one out later. Oh yes, because I have the batteries turned off. So let's go in batteries, switch you to auto mode. That's why it was being silly. Alright. And so now all we need to do is cut the tether here. So without further ado, we drop down. Alright, it is time for us to get going. And let's get all of our systems running properly. So we want our detector at maximum range, and we're going to go ahead and turn that on. And let's get this thing on the road here. So we are ready to start exploring and looking for resources other than ice. So this base will do pretty well for us, so long as we can find the necessary information or the necessary resources. This should, if we pass within any reasonable range, we should detect them. Because I mean, if we pass right over one of them, we're going to sense directly down 250 meters, so we should detect them pretty quickly. Oh, that looks like a boulder over there, so we should be able to get some information here. What are you? Iron. Excellent. The only problem is that my refinery can't actually do anything with iron because I've just got a survival kit. Oh. Ah. Let's go ahead and alright, so we've got one going here. I thought I saw another over this way. So maybe this area will... Okay, it looks like there's maybe something over there. Let's see what we can find. We took the time to build this dang thing in order to make sure that we could progress a little bit faster. Let's all wheels. Let's upgrade your speed here. Let's go up to 90. Because this thing went in my testing without any limitation on it. It was very, very stable because of the wide wheelbase. But I prefer not to, make too big of a mistake on that early on. So I have a feeling that if I want to get lucky, the best chance of finding iron is going to be towards these mountains here. Just due to the high rock content. So we're gonna swing by kind of close. But really, the thing that we need to find is cobalt. There is nothing that happens without cobalt. So again, this thing is showing off exactly how stable it is as we kind of slide around wherever we want to go. We definitely need silver and iron in any, well, not silver and cobalt. Iron, we can get iron through just rock mining. which, while unpleasant, is still livable. But we have a serious trouble with any kind of lack of cobalt. I mean, we definitely need that stuff. Because without that, we can't make atmospheric engines, so we can't make a flight-capable, or at least reasonably flight-capable vessel. We could do something with hydrogen engines, but that is a real gamble, because if the hydrogen runs out while you're out and about, you're going to come out of the sky like a brick. Kind of do a free look around, looking for more rocks maybe. Don't really see any, and those plains have got lots of ice, but not much else, which is really troublesome. If we head back this way, we're heading back towards that base that we went away from because of its you know, it was a hostile base, so going near it was not really all that reasonable. And we still don't have any magnesium, so that's the other thing that we're looking for is magnesium and cobalt. We can't do anything without those. With our sensor range out to 250, if we get within a country mile of anything that looks like one of those, then we'll have a chance of detecting it. But even then, we're still pushing our luck. I do like how stable this vehicle is, and the fact that our fuel system will last for a considerable amount of time. But we're still getting nothing. No above ground. We've got the one thing of iron that we found, and that's about it. I'm starting to second guess and kind of regret not making this vehicle with some kind of full-on refinery to it. I am definitely starting to regret that. Look at that, this is nothing but open terrain with nothing in it. And we're detecting no additional resources but ice. And yet this is kind of the only way I have left to go other than into these mountains here, because again, if I go back the other way, I'm going to run into that base. I wonder if this is the polar cap for the planet. Oh, there's a boulder. Hard turn. And it's cobalt. Yes. Okay. That is good enough. Okay. I think that's the right notation for cobalt. Let me check real quick. Okay. Cobalt CO. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and keep on running ourselves around, because that's 4 kilometers away, and now there's a bunker over there, so things are just getting more and more complicated. Actually, while I'm here, well, let's go see that that unknown signal. Seems only reasonable. Keep an eye out for. So now we know where we can get some cobalt. We need to find some magnesium. Even though ice is really plentiful, oh, I should probably grab some water here. There we go. Keeping ourselves fed and hydrated is always good. And just because things look really weird from this angle, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit so that I'm not underestimating the steepness of these hills. So let's see if we can get this unknown signal. Hopefully it's not one of the ones that will try to run from you. But we'll take what we can get. Whoa! Holy crap, that snuck up on me. This thing doesn't have a gyro on it, so that could be... I gotta be a little bit more careful here. Okay. Let's park. Okay, this is not one of those ones that will give us trouble. Although it does give us a lot of really nice things. There's a button. There's the button. Flip over. Okay. Give it a push. Alright. And I'll take you for all your nifty little parts. And that will be the end of it. I don't really need these other... Well, never look a gift horse in the mouth, so we'll yank all the good parts out and be on our way. Let's get in here and toss these in. let's get going. Let's see if we can continue to find anything other than ice. This looks like we're going kind of back towards where we originally spawned, I think. Whoa. Kind of almost went up on two wheels there. Let's take a look here. Okay, I think... Yeah, we originally went that way and found the lake, but couldn't do anything with it because of the presence of that other bunker. So, really that way is the only plausible way to go. I definitely don't want to try and cross over the mountains. Not with this thing. Maybe with other resources, with a vehicle like this that could fly, then we could at least build something that would get us around. But I need magnesium, and that's really going to be a big sting in our tail here if I can't find any magnesium. That reminds me, you know what? Even though I can't refine it with, I don't think I can refine it with the emergency system. I'm gonna go harvest a bunch of that cobalt just because. Not having some would be a waste. So we'll go and do that real quick here. Just checking my time. I have to say this vehicle turned out a lot better than I thought it would, but definitely the lack of a more... Whoa! Shit! Shit, 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 shit! Oh, crap! Shit! Wonder if I can get out of that. Alright, well, I am choosing that purely because the alternative would have been devastating. So you'll have to forgive me for that little bit of self-indulgent save scumming, because that was a catastrophic element that I could not have recovered from. And I think it would have been, you know, having to dismantle and rebuild this vehicle in an upright position would have just been the worst. So we're going to try this again, but a little less dangerously, I think. But we're going to try and get to the cobalt here. Drive more slowly, please. I definitely don't want this thing to flip over again. So we're going to be driving extra slow. I can't believe that happened. That was a hell of a freak accident. That pirate bunker is no fun. Alright, let's go fetch some cobalt real quick. Maybe fetch a load or two of iron as well. And then we can abandon these and move on, because they're not worth the time. Can't really go after that bunker because it's a frickin' bunker and I have no firepower. But we'll see. Alright, I'm just gonna go straight in through the top on this thing.
Inventory full.
Alright. So we're just gonna put this straight into the back. Cargo container 1 and 2. Let's go ahead and toss these in there as well. Alright. That takes care of those. Should free up some room for some more happy cobalt. Got a little bit of stone with it. Okay. Drop those in, drop that. Drop that in. Oh wait, I was putting that in the cargo container.
Inventory full.
Okay, let's ditch all the unwanted elements here. So again, toss the stone, toss the ice, because I can get ice anywhere. Stone and ice.
Inventory full. Inventory
There we
full.
go. That's going to be all the cobalt that we grab on this. Alright, I think that will be enough cobalt for us. Let's go ahead and get going. Let's go revisit that iron real quick and then get the heck out of here. So we'll grab a couple of stacks of iron, same like we grabbed here, and then we will take off. The other bases are just too much for us to manage. The survival generator only allows us to process stone right now, so anything we do in that regard is going to be pretty limited, but we can at least gather up enough raw resources for us to be able to put these to work for us once we have a new base down. And I think the next vehicle that I design in this process, the next time I do a mobile base like this, I think I'm definitely going to go for the refinery and a good refinery oh shit, I missed two whole things here. We got silicon and nickel right next to each other. Okay. Even though I don't actually need these two right now. I don't technically need the... well, I always need the iron. Iron is super valuable for everything. But that means that there might be another one that I missed somewhere around here. Those boulders are hard to spot without some kind of detection system. I think I might actually have a plan. So the detector, how much power does this detector require? Ore detector uses up how much power? No information on that. Okay. That's good to know. If I could find out how much power that unit is burning, then I could reasonably take the time to build like a short distance detection platform, like a survey unit, so I could use some minor little survey units to identify, do a grid pattern search where I'm checking the units to send out a relay of all the resources in an area. That might be really, really useful. So like a landing gear, a small battery. Okay. So again, straight down the top. More unknown signals. hush up, computer. Nobody asked you. Okay. Load this connector up with iron. Tell the survival kit to do its thing. Pull stone from wherever. So as I throw stone into this thing, it will at least throw in enough that I don't have to worry about.
Inventory full.
Alright, we're also going to throw in the ice here as well. Because the oxygen generator can use that. And let's control panel, let's go ahead and turn on the engine for a little bit. Kick that on. That should start generating some power while we're gathering all this up.
Inventory full.
All right.
Inventory full.
All right. Not that. Put that in there. And that and that. All right, that's full. Let's go ahead and toss the rest of this into the cargo container. Actually, let's toss all of it into the cargo container. There we go. Alright, that should be enough there. Let's go scout around for more resources. Now, since we seem to have missed quite a bit of resources in this lineup here, I'm going to try and peek back around and see if there are any more that I might have missed. But sort of going back to my original line of thinking, oh, there's some silicon right here. How did I miss this? Like, you would think with a giant frickin' sensor on my base, on my unit here, that I would notice. Whoa, back up. Was that iron? No, it was ice. Okay. You would think with this giant sensor on my vehicle that runs down a huge amount of detection range that I would notice these resources a little bit better. It's actually very, very frustrating because, you know, those two were within sight of each other. They weren't even that far apart. And I just didn't even notice it. So how many more have I missed just by being a frickin' dunce? Is it because they blend in into the terrain? I don't think so. I think it's because I'm just not paying enough attention, or they're not showing up until they're much closer than when I'm looking in their general direction previously, so that the open terrain may actually be working against me in that regard. Either way, we need to find magnesium is our next major goal. If I can find a source of magnesium, then we can stop, we can set down some basic roots, and we can try to, I don't know, put together a little bit of a system to save our butts. More cobalt. How did I miss this? And look at this. Where was that silicon? It was over here, wasn't it? Yeah, right there. Look at them. They just blend right in, and I apparently am blind as a bat. Okay. So let's try this. Let's start doing a radius around this iron. Maybe out to 200 meters or so. Or let's go out to about 500 meters. And then let's circle around it and see if we pick up anything else, since we've picked up 2 of the 4 necessary materials for us to make a decent base out here. Alright. A second bunker. That's not great. We need magnesium. Without magnesium, we're dead in the water. But with it, we can build a defensive posture that will last for a while. Some silver would also be nice, but you can't have everything. I'm worried that I'm getting too close to those bases. So we're going to swing back around. Go back this way a little bit. See if I can find anything I missed, since apparently I'm so blind that I can literally drive by some of these resources and never even see them. Ugh. Absolutely infuriating. Either that or the world gen is actually generating them as I'm traveling around, and therefore it's regenerating them in the areas that I've already been kind of through, which would be really, really aggravating, because it would mean that I can't trust anything that I face. This is where we had the base, isn't it? I don't even remember anymore. I think this is the area where we had our old base before, or pretty close to it. Absolutely frustrating. Come on, magnesium. We have a whoa, shoot. We have a dire need of magnesium. Without it, we are toast. Come on, magnesium. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go find a mod that inserts energy weapons into the game, so that I'll have some kind of defensive Whoa! Shit! Shit! None of that. Okay. Let's look at where these are arranged. So reasonably, there either might be some more over that way, or over that way. We've been over that way and we haven't really found anything, so I don't think that that's going to turn out to be in our advantage. So, time to get moving. Okay, there's the old base right there. Nothing all that exciting. Let's go back towards where the other base that we originally saw was and see if we can get at least a little bit closer to that without causing too much trouble. Or, oh, shit. Shit. Point down the hill. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. Oh. Alright. Adjust angle so that I have a better sense of the steepness of these hills. That was terrifying. I would not want to have to do the save scumming again. Oh. Alright. We're going to keep going. Stick to the low terrain here, and hopefully, even though we've got like a massive ore sensor on our vehicle, it seems we are destined to not find any stinking materials. This is really much harsher than the normal ore generation, which, I mean, frankly, it's kind of exciting, but at the same time, I'm kind of annoyed at how hard it is to find frickin' magnesium. I mean, the one thing we need critically for to be able to mount any kind of defense, and it's unavailable. Oh shit. That hill is not a crowd pleaser. Oh, shit, 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 shit. Ah, yes. I drive well, don't I? As in to say, not well at all. Now the question is, when we were over here before, we kind of came through this area airborne. Or not kind of, we did use the pod to come through this area while we were in the air. So we never really got a good read on if there were any resources other than ice, obviously, in the ground. And it's a lot farther away than I thought it was. Okay. I think it's irrelevant at this point because all of the resources we have found are all over this way, and if I want to have any real chance, I just need to find some magnesium in the area around these other ones in order to be able to get everything squared away. Oh, we're out of hydrogen. I forgot to shut that engine off. Burn through all the fuel. Where to go? Where can I possibly find some magnesium? Let's try this way some more. I think I may need to take the speed limiter down again. Let's check back up this hill here. The hills in this game are very scary. It's really annoying that the sensor seems to only ever pick up mostly ice. Oh, that is a big old ridge. We're not going to get over that. Need to go around it. the amount of... okay. Alright, get over those ridges. Thank you very much. The amount of just raw trouble that we have experienced, largely because of all of this, is frustrating. Oh, okay. Oh shit. No! No! Son of a bitch. Alright, we're calling all of those simulations. Because obviously, as sturdy as I would like to think that this vehicle is, it is not. Okay. Have I already gotten... yeah, okay. So... whoa. Let's stay off the high ground, where things are messy. Let's just keep looking around these lowland areas for any more. Any more of the resources that we need. Oh, cobalt. Another cobalt signature. And this one's in the ground. Nice. Okay. Let's mark all of these ones. Let's see here. With an X. Okay. That way we know that they're on the surface. And mark this one as see here, UgCO1. That was supposed to be a G. Okay. So a large vein of cobalt here. Could there be a large vein of iron somewhere else nearby? I think going slower is probably my best bet. Alright, so, well, we've done about an hour and we've had to reset a couple of times here. Now that things have gone a little bit better. I'm going to try not to be so save scummy. But we definitely need to find magnesium. That's the one resource that I need. I can't mount a defense without it, and we have to have it. So that's going to be the main focus of our next episode, is continuing to explore while trying to find some magnesium. Until next time, I'm Wrath. I hope you've enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the flip side.